Welcome, folks. This is part two of the batter skills analysis or just discussion. Uh, in this particular video, what I want to do is take a look at ranked play, current statistics. It's Saturday right now, so this is the end of the week, and there's some pretty established numbers in ranked play. So let's take a look through ranked play at some of the top performers that you're going to see in the statistics lists, and let's see what types of skills that they're getting that type of behavior out of or results out of. And then also let's take a look at players who, how refreshes have affected those stats. And I'll focus in on some players that I do know refresh. I'm not trying to slam anybody here, so this is not a negative statement about anybody who's doing refresh. This is just simply how refreshes can affect your statistics and how playing against without any refreshes, what your numbers are going to look like as well. So with that said, first let me turn off chat because I don't like the distraction. Where's the what the heck? Notice off. There we go. Sorry. Turn that off. Let's jump into ranked play. Jump into stats. And the first thing what I want to do is go to batters, and we can't unfortunately look at average because all we're going to get for the top performance in average are people who are manually playing all their games. You can look at the number of hits there and you can compare that to like the top number of hits, and you can see a dramatic difference between people who are full manual playing and other ones who are doing a lot of refreshes and playing every single game at every refresh opportunity. So the first thing that we can look at is, as you can see here, I've already focused in on the number of hits a player is receiving, and I will make this statement once again. This is not calling out anybody, but Tracy Crum here at the top, dominating the top for number of hits, has refreshed a lot this season. And I apologize for this up front. I don't know if Tracy represents a he or a she because the profile picture has both the guy and the gal, his girlfriend or wife or whatever the case is in there, and I don't know who is who. So I'm just going to refer to you as a he for now. Tracy, let's take a look at his top three players. He's got Curtis Granderson, Trout, and Voto there. And let's see if we can see any commonalities in their skills. Let me jump over to my friends. Wait for my or my iPad to catch up with me. Oh, looks like I got Tracy right there. Okay, so we had Voto, Trout, and Granderson. Let's see what skills they got. We have charisma with prediction, and as my last video, I did mention that prediction seems to help batting average. So that seems to be getting him some more hits. Voto has charisma and professional. And Trout, 2 out of 3 of his top hit acquired people getting the most hits have prediction. So that's an interesting observation that aligns with what we mentioned in the last video. Going back to ranked play, let's find somebody else to look at. Let's take a look at stats once again. Batters, ordering by hits. And scrolling down, Mithril, better known as Hero on the other YouTube channel, here has Kinsler and Upton as his top hit attainers. So let's take a look at Mithril with Kinsler and Upton. Going back to friends list, looking for Mithril on my list. There he is. Kinsler and Upton. Upton is leadoff hitter. Charisma and legend. Batting machine once again is a slugging percentage increaser. So charisma and legend are the skills that are affecting his batting average. And Kinsler. Kinsler has charisma and ace killer. Now that's the skill that I'd like to get on mine. So this is kind of the first evidence we've seen that ace killer might affect your batting average or just give you good results. Okay. Now, I know for a fact that Tracy's done a lot of refreshes. I don't know to what extent Hero or Mithril has done refreshes this season, so I can't really comment on that and how much his stats are padded or not padded. So going back to hits, so now we've taken a look at somebody we definitely know has done a lot of refreshes. We've taken a look at somebody who may or may not have done some refreshes. Let me see if I can find somebody on this list who certainly I know is not a refresher. Redbirds 83. Low batting average for a top hit acquirer. So we got Mauer on Redbirds 83. Let's see if Redbirds has any other top performers. Mauer and Frazier. Let's take a look and notice his averages are not that great because he does not have any cupcakes padding his stats. We have Mauer and Frazier for Redbirds. Okay, going to friends list. We're looking for Redbirds. Mauer. At some point, I know I'm going to forget one of the players I'm looking for. Mauer and Frazier. Where are you, Redbirds? Did I pass him? Oh, wow. Did I lose Redbirds off my list? I had him at one point. Okay, I can't show what skills Redbirds has. You missed your opportunity there, Sean, to get into the video. So now we're going to have to go back and find somebody else to look at. So, stats. Batters, hits, mithril, champions 2015. Is he up here anywhere else? Nope. Champions 2015 with Bautista and Granderson. Bautista and Granderson. Champions 2015. He has not been refreshing much lately, so he's a reasonable representation of not having done much refreshing, I believe. So Champions 2015. Okay, Bautista and Granderson. Catch up with me, iPad. Come on. Champions 2015. Whoops, there it was. Bautista. Charisma Professional. Professional working well for him, too. And Granderson. Both his leadoff guys. Prediction. There we go. Theme forming here. Prediction is getting a lot of hits. And like I said, I really do like that skill on my hitters for increasing average and on-base percentage. Okay, let's move on to something else now. Let's take a look at home run production and based on skills. Now, I'm going to make this statement right up front. I'm going to expect to see a decent number of people with batting machine and charisma as top home run producers. So let's go to batters. Let's go to home run production. Once again, top people on this list are going to be people who have done a lot of refreshes. Once again, we can see Tracy up there. Looks like Frazier and Harper are Tracy's two top. Frazier and Harper. Frazier and Harper. Come on. Why is this so slow? Frazier and Harper. Frazier and Harper. Where are you, T-Chrome? There we go. Okay, here we go. We're looking for Harper, charisma, and heavy hitter. Okay, interesting. And where's Frazier on this list? Frazier. Charisma and slugger's instinct. Okay, that surprised me. Neither of those has batting machine. Let's go back to stats. Find somebody else to look at. Wow, this is just so slow. Seems so laggy. Okay, home run hitters. Who else can we look at here? Unfortunately, I don't have the three-character Chinese character there. I don't have him on my list. And let's see. We could look at crushers. Crushers, or you have multiple. I want to find people who have multiple people in the top. That I also have to have on my list. I can see Harley Ryder. Champions. As you can see, I'm ad-libbing this, and I did not pre-select the people that I'm looking at. So now I'm having to figure out people to actually look at on the fly. Come on. Somebody's got to jump out at me here. MVP has 1. Mr. Bubbles, Champions. Okay, Champions has 2. We got Bautista again, and Granderson again for home runs. And of course, I've forgotten what his skills are already. Bautista and Granderson on Champions. But there we go. Bautista and Granderson. Charisma Professional and Charisma Prediction. Okay, no occurrences of batting machine yet. Let's see. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. Let's flounder around here in the list again and try and find another person to look at. We're looking for batters. We're looking for. Can we pull anything else interesting? I guess I'm going to have to go one by one now. And unfortunately, so Crusher's Judge. Now, I happen to know that that judge is a signature judge on a Yankees team, so he's going to have the benefit of having some really nice rating numbers going for him with all his set bonuses. So Crushers, Judge 17. That alone might affect things. Crushers, Judge 17. All right, Crushers, where are you hiding on my list? I'm pretty sure I have Crushers on my list somewhere here. This is painful. Well, now, I'm kind of surprised. Could have sworn I had Crushers on my list. Early Rider. Oh, okay. Go Nats Go. I didn't know I had a request from him. So both of those guys have good home run hitters. Let's take a look at who they are. We're looking for Harley Rider, batters, home runs. Harley Rider, it's Ethier. So 09, so that's going to be his prime. And then the other one, I've already forgotten who the other one was that we're going to look at. Go Nats Go, Zimmerman. Zimmerman for Go Nats Go, and Ethier for Harley Rider. Come on, this thing's laggy. Okay, Go Nats Go. So Zimmerman. Okay, benefit of being a SIG on a Washington team. So batting machine and prediction. Okay, there's the first case of batting machine supporting the production of home runs that I was expecting earlier. More examples of that, but nonetheless, then high stats. So the case of Crushers with Judge and then Zimmerman as well. Now we're looking for Ethier 09. There we go, batting machine with charisma. Okay, now we're starting to see some occurrences of supporting good home runs with batting machine. Okay, that's eating up a lot of time finding these. Let's move on to RBIs. Now, I've actually never tried to analyze RBIs before, so this might be an exercise in futility and a waste of time, but who knows? Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so Tracy, we haven't looked at Howard on Tracy's team yet, and that hitter's getting a good number of RBIs. So let's take a look at Howard on Tracy's team. Howard and Voto. We've already looked at Voto, so let's remind ourselves what he looked like. Howard and Voto on Tracy Crumb's team. Where are you? Howard and Voto. So Voto, professional charisma, and Howard. These are people getting hits at key times. Batting machine, increasing slugging, and legend. Okay, so this is going to be hard to draw any conclusions from because legend, as you saw in my other video, didn't seem to generally boost batting average or have a remarkable effect on anything. Okay. We'll take one last look at RBIs. Zimmerman, we already know. Zimmerman was what? Prediction and I believe also batting machine. Mr. Bubbles, here we go. Mr. Bubbles Harper is one of his top RBI producers. Mr. Bubbles. Well, this is a case of Mr. Bubbles also does refreshes. So this will be padded stats as well. Harper for Mr. Bubbles. All right, where are you hiding, Mr. Bubbles? Harper on Mr. Bubbles' team. Come on. Of course, it's going to be at the top of my list. Last place I look. All right, there we go. Mr. Bubbles. Let's take a look at your Harper. Legend and charisma. Okay, so general overall hitting, increasing skills. Okay, let's move over to pitching stats. Boy, this is getting painful. How long are we at now? You know what? This is going on a long time. I'm gonna have to make another video looking at pitching skills relating to stats because this is dragging on. So let me call it at that. Thanks for bearing with me, scrolling through all this crud. And takeaways from this is unfortunately we only got to look primarily at people who have done a lot of refreshes. One of the key people I wanted to look at uh, that's actually showing up on the top hitters list was not on my friends list anymore. Let me just see if I can find at least one player who's a top performer before we go, who I know is not a refresher. So we are looking for, okay, Redbirds I don't have. MVP, there we go. MVP has not been refreshing. So he should be good. So that's a good indication. Notice the lower average there. High home runs, though, on Arenado for MVP. See if he's got another guy we should look at. No, he only has that guy on the top list. So MVP, Arenado. Let's take a look at that. All right, where are you, MVP? Okay, what's your Arenado look like, and why is he hitting home runs? First of all, he's a SIG with a pretty high OVR, charisma, and slugger's instinct. Okay, so we've seen a couple cases where heavy hitter and slugger's instinct actually are affecting home runs. These were pretty. People have not found that they're not popular skills in the past, those two skills, but I think with the changes a month or two ago, that those actually got boosted in their ability to actually affect home runs. And we've seen evidence of that in looking through some of these players' results. So take it for what it's worth. Those are more valuable than they used to be. Whether or not you would want them as a primary skill, personally, I would still want to combo those with charisma, anything with charisma. Um, but that's about it. So sorry we couldn't find more players without padded stats, but I think we got some at least interesting views into some of the players' skills and what types of results they're getting. I will try and make another video about pitcher skills. Hopefully, there'll be less floundering around. Hopefully, this was useful to somebody. And thanks for watching, and bye for now.